Yes. There we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Wednesday night live stream. I'm actually going to put the music back on. Pizza Cake. Okay, that's a weird song. Anyway, welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. It is actually going to be something different this evening. We're not doing Warframe. It's a community town hall. I expect other people will trickle into voice, but right now with me is the one and only Foxbot Gaming. How you doing, Fox?
Pretty good.
Yeah. So, way back, a long time ago, specifically November 26th of 2013, I decided to upload a video. And that video was a YouTube video for a machine that had just gotten put into this mod I was playing for modded Minecraft called the Digital Miner. Got put into Mechanism. It was my suggestion. I actually explained this idea for this thing to Aiden C. Brady, and he thought it was a good idea. He put it in the mod. Then we realized nobody would know how to work it, so I put a video out for it. And the whole YouTube thing kicked off from there. I did not ever think I would get to this point 4.5 years down the road. This coming November will be my 5-year anniversary as a content creator, and I couldn't be happier. Is it stress-free? No. But I'm having a blast doing it, and that is because of you, my wonderful community, and all these people that have basically built up around me in there. And some of them are starting to spin off their own communities and do their own things now while they kind of orbit around what has become the League of Ordinary Gamers. So yeah, I just want to, first of all, I want to start all this evening off by saying thank you. This would not be possible without all of you wonderful people. I got tons of people. The first video, oh God. I was using a Logitech mic. It looked kind of like a pen. Do I have a pen? It looked like an extra long pen that was on this weird base, and it just did this. And it was a USB mic, and it was horrible. Horrible. And you can hear it. I also had one of the worst colds I've ever had in my life. So, yeah. Cougar says that video was my salvation on going from the Buildcraft Quarry to the Digital Miner. Yep. So yeah, it was very, very interesting. But yeah, all of this has grown up from me hanging out in one little tiny IRC channel that had maybe 5 or 10 people in it tops at any given point in time, not counting myself, 2 ops, and a bot. And it's grown into this massive online community of hundreds, I can say that literally hundreds of members in the League of Ordinary Gamers. We branched out into other games from Minecraft to Warframe to now Destiny 2. We have people playing regularly. We've got people that play all sorts of stuff. And it makes me, I'm very happy and very proud of what the community has become. It was founded originally by IA7X Shadows. I think now just called Shads. Dark Preacher and myself, we basically got together one day online and brainstormed up the rules and what we thought it would be neat and what it would be like, and et cetera, and here we are today. So, 252 members. It comes and goes. We had 300. We crested over 300 at one point, but then Discord did an idle account purge where they basically, if there are any accounts that have not been used for longer than, I don't know, I think it's 6 months, they disconnect you from all servers. The account's still there. They're just taking you out of the equation. So yeah, we did crest over. We hit 302 at one point, and then it dropped back down to like 247 or 250, so 240 something. But yeah, we had 321 at one point. There we go. Discord killed the idlers. Yeah. Preacher remembers the numbers better than I do. I just remember we got over 300. So I'm super excited about it. It makes me very, very happy. I'm very proud of how the community has come along, and we got so many people that are doing so many wonderful things. And there will be more to grow for that. I just want to, first of all, assuage any potential concerns or fears people may have. This is a community town hall that I'm doing because I just want to mark some changes. These are not I'm quitting YouTube changes, or I'm quitting content, or I have to go get a real job changes. This is some changes that are happening, and I want to make sure everybody's on the same page, but it's all positive. It's all good. It's going to be more growth, more content, more of me doing this and delivering it to you over this wonderful thing called the internet. Yeah, Night Pirate says, hey, Mr. Bones. He's right there. Mr. Bones. Yeah. But, yeah, it has been a very strange journey, and I find myself for the first time considering that I'm evolving beyond YouTube. I have hardcore considered myself a YouTuber to the core. Yes, this is more content in different directions changes. Exactly, Preacher. I've considered myself a YouTube content creator to the core, probably up until the start of this year. That's when I really started to question the faith. I started to question what was going on and the directions that YouTube have. I've had, my concerns and my frustrations over the years prior to that. But the beginning of this year is really when I started to think maybe there's more. And I started looking into upping my live streaming schedule after the new year and getting back into the rhythm of doing more streams on a regular basis. And I'm going to continue that. I'm going to do even more streams. I'll probably start doing a smattering of afternoon streams and stuff like that. But what we're going to be doing involves Mixer. Specifically, leaving Mixer. Mixer has been a fun platform, but they are very console focused, and they are going in a different direction that I think is good for me and for my community. It's been an unstable platform at the best of times. They're adding in features, but most of the new features they're adding in are for console streamers. And a lot of the big tournament stuff and prize giveaways they do is console-centric stuff. And that's not where I am. They've also made their partner program considerably more difficult to get into. And they've tightened up the rules and made it harder to get approval. What I am going to be doing, probably starting tomorrow, I will still live stream to YouTube for a little while. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make basically what I've been calling the Twitch switch. We are going to be going over to Twitch. Twitch has been adding more moderation tools. They've been adding a much stronger back end. They're giving away software on a regular basis, games, if you actually have an Amazon Prime account that you link to your Twitch Prime. They have a much better infrastructure for supporting tipping the streamers through bits and stuff like that to make sure that I don't get burned with chargebacks. So we are going to be going over. Yes, Aerodani focuses on the right thing. Swords. That's the important part.
Swords.
Swords. There you are. Yeah. No, the mods have crossed swords. That's how you know who a mod is. But Twitch has been getting better about handling their troll problem and their bots problem. They've been getting much better about hammering out the problems in the community and ironing out the toxicity. They don't stand for that kind of stuff as much as they used to now. As much as they used to back in the day. So, Twitch is making radical changes in a good way, adding massive new features for helping me to manage the community, give better content, and give better, do prize giveaways easier, communicate schedule changes, all sorts of great stuff to you folks. And it's also the fact that they have been adding not just the Twitch partners, they have a half step now called the Twitch affiliate. Now, if I live stream with my regular schedule to Twitch, I can qualify for affiliate in 2 weeks. And it's auto approval. I don't have to get anybody to give a rubber stamp because they personally like me. There's no people involved in the equation. It's automatic. As long as I meet the rules, I can get approved for Twitch affiliate. I can start getting subscriptions, new emotes, all these new features on the back end. Lots of really good stuff that I can take advantage of that will let me keep doing what I need to do, because I got to pay the bills while I'm doing this. And it's getting harder and harder to do that while anchoring so much of my existence on YouTube and on Mixer. So, you can even do upload video, video uploads with premiere parties. Yeah, it's very cool. I think there's going to be a lot of good stuff. Now, here's the thing. In order for me to stay a Twitch affiliate and become eventually a Twitch partner, they have a platform exclusivity thing. Now, what that means is that they want you to devote your time to their platform, and I think that's reasonable. Mixer has the same thing. If I was to become a Mixer partner, I would no longer be able to do a public live stream to YouTube. But what I can do is a private live stream to YouTube. So all of my archives will still show up for all my live streams. If you miss anything, it will still show up on YouTube, and it will be there until YouTube burns down. But I'm going to be primarily focusing on Twitch, and I'm going to stop using Mixer, because it gets very hard to manage and divide a community as big as we're getting across 3 platforms and still pay attention and deliver quality content. So I'm doing this not only for my own existence, but for the improvement of your quality of life as you watch the content that I deliver. And I think it's going to be better for us. I'm just hoping that we're not going to have too many people that will get lost along the way because they either don't like Twitch or they can't handle the bandwidth, stuff like that. I'm hoping we can figure all of that stuff out. But that is the big announcement that I organized this town hall for. I wanted to talk to everybody about it. I wanted to really, Twitch has tweaked their latency. They have gotten really good stream performance. They have tons of back-end stuff that would help me really to improve the overall quality of life of all of my viewers. And I think that would be very, very good. So this was point number 1 for this this town hall meeting tonight, was to talk about the Twitch switch. And I want to get feedback. I want to hear from people. So what do you think about this? Is this going to affect negatively your existence? Because I do want to know. I realize that some people might have a kind of an affinity or a like for Mixer. But, you know, I have to do what I think is best for the community and my existence. But I would like to hear some feedback generally on what everybody thinks. Fox and Aridani, have you guys been mods on Twitch stuff, Twitch channels at all?
I am on Twitch.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So you do you have recent experience with it, Aridani?
With Twitch?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ugh. I haven't used it in some time, but I have used it, so.
Okay. Dagon Zena says, hi, I have had issues at times with Twitch. Now, here's the thing. Normal Twitch live streams. Well, okay. Where can I start with this?
I am mod.
It's a bit confusing and technical at times, but there is something in live streaming that's called transcoding. Transcoding basically is a situation that where wait a minute, what? Love the Twitch, but please still post reruns on YouTube. Yeah, Night Pirate, they're going to keep getting posted. Do not worry about that. The live streams and all of that content will still show up on YouTube. That's not going to be a problem. I will keep that up as long as I can. In terms of live streaming, there's something called transcoding. So let's say that I am actually streaming at 720p. Okay? 1280 by 720. Not everybody might be able to watch that resolution. Some people might be watching on mobile devices that have limited bandwidth or limited speeds, etc., and they want to watch at a lower resolution, like 480. You, on Twitch, if you're live streaming normally, and you're not a partner or an affiliate, you don't get transcoding. But if you're a partner or an affiliate, you do get transcoding automatically. They save it. for those two groups, for affiliates and partners. I've talked extensively over the last couple of weeks with the Matabase about this and several other Twitch streamers that have been on Twitch platform for a long time, and they have basically stated that as long as they have been either affiliate or partner, they always have transcoding. So there's going to be a rough couple of weeks until I get approved for affiliate, where I will be streaming to Twitch and publicly to YouTube, and YouTube still has transcoding. But once that switch kicks over and I become an affiliate, then we'll get transcoding. I will have to set the actual live streams on Twitch, on YouTube, to private, but that means everybody can group up on Twitch. I don't have to do chat relay with this weird bot software that I have to use on my computer. It will be everybody under one roof, so to speak, for the live streams, and hopefully it will work for mobile devices as well as PCs, stuff like that. So yeah. Voxbot says, I see you, Dark Preacher, in the voice chat. Snuck in. Yeah, see, Night Pirate's getting good about identifying voices. Air Donnie Tribal is here. Foxbot is here. And
Ew.
yeah, there he is. And I think Dark Preacher is lurking.
I always lurk.
I always lurk.
Hello.
He's good at lurking. Years of training. Lurking. So yeah. Switching resolutions on Twitch as a viewer is easier on Twitch, and it remembers what you set it to. This is Kugas saying. So if you reload the stream, it doesn't set it back to 1080 on you when you were set it for 480, that's a very good thing. Now there's tons more. I've been using Streamlabs OBS and Streamlabs.com, the website, for alerts and lots of back-end management, and all this fancy new stuff that you're seeing for this new design theme is all Streamlabs.com and Streamlabs OBS. They have, if you have, let's say there's 50 features that you can use on Mixer and 50 features you can use on YouTube, there is 250 that you can use on Twitch. Twitch has a better API backend. They have better infrastructure. They support extensions for all sorts of really cool interactive things we can actually do on the stream. But mostly it is a lot more automation, a lot more ease of use of things like game giveaways and things of that nature. So I think it'll be really good. Let's see, Foxbot says, note to self, lower Preacher's volume in Discord for self. Yeah, all my volumes got reset. Last week? Was it last week?
Yes, thank you, Microsoft.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't even gotten that update yet. I'm still waiting for that update. I'm just talking about, I had a Discord client update, and all of my volume levels for everybody got thrown off. So, yay. Okay, we're going to have all the same people that, I mean, this is basically not just me moving. This is me, and the league is coming with me. So, all these wonderful people that I have with me here in voice right now, folks that are moderators in this channel here, like Dragon Racer and Voxbot, and Heart of Dragons is supposed to be a mod. It seems kind of pointless to correct it now, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So yes. Will the Streamlabs work on Twitch? Yes, it's going to work. It's not just going to work, Night Pirate. It will work better. There will be more of it. It will be more interactive. It will be a lot cooler. All sorts of great stuff that we'll be able to do. And yes, you mentioned earlier, Night Pirate, about bits and cheering. Bits is a really good system. Some people might not like it because it feels like microtransactions, but it is basically Twitch being the middleman between me and those that want to support me and tip me. And that is very critical, because what that means is me, the little guy, doesn't get hit with a chargeback that ties up $200 on my PayPal account and basically deactivates. Yeah, see, Dark Preacher's got experience with this, and I have experiences with it too now after the debacle we had a couple of months back with the store. Somebody ordered a hat and they charged.
I remember that going down. Yeah.
Yep.
God almighty. So, everybody's coming over. Yeah, there you go, Hart. You're a moderator now. Yeah, couch bits, what ads, get bits. That's the other thing, right? I can actually watch Twitch streams on my Amazon Fire TV thing. I can't watch YouTube or Mixer on that because of a tiff that Amazon is having with Google and Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb.
I can watch Twitch streams on my Roku box.
Yeah, I used to have a Roku box. We went over to Amazon. I like the Amazon box, except the fact that I can't watch YouTube on it unless I want to watch it into an inbox browser, which is, it works, technically, you know, but
Technically.
Yes, we're going to be able to do a lot more automation of stuff. The moderators will have a lot more control over things. I won't have to trigger everything myself. Right now, on Mixer, if I want to do giveaways or stuff like that, everything has to start on my end. Now, we could do giveaways. We could do trigger whatever kind of stuff. Maybe, just maybe, we can actually, if we get the ball rolling and become an affiliate, and that actually happens, which shouldn't be too hard to achieve, we could start doing merch giveaways. And there's,
Oh, that means I need to learn the new commands.
well, I will try to make it as simple or as straightforward as possible. And actually, there's going to be a lot of stuff you'll be able to do through a UI, Preacher. You won't have to use commands for everything. Button clicking. So, yeah. Anyway.
I need to learn the new buttons.
Dagon Santa says, I wish I could do more to support the channel. I am spending all I can on YouTube. Not sure about Twitch if I want to give them my payment info. No, it's okay, Dagon. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. There's lots of different ways that you can support me if you want to support me. Even if you don't have any money, you can still support me. Show up on the live streams. Generally interact with everybody. If you see me live streaming and you notice that I did an announcement for it on Twitter, then retweet that and share it with your friends. That still helps me. It doesn't have to be money directly or indirectly, and I never want anybody to get that impression. Yes, Twitch accepts PayPal and credit cards. They always accept credit cards. Everybody accepts credit cards, but yeah, they accept PayPal, which is very, very important for a lot of people. So yeah, let's see. Yes, Night Pirate, the reruns will get reposted on YouTube. That's not going to be a problem.
I think Night Pirate's stuck in reruns right now.
It's okay. It's okay. So that's the big announcement up front that I wanted to make. I really wanted to talk with everybody about. It seems like everybody's copacetic with it.
I'm okay with it. The one time I did stream to Twitch, I had a far better quality stream.
Mm-hmm.
I did with Mixer, not last night, but 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, my recording got botched, but
I've been having constant connection problems. There's been several times where I've downloaded a VOD, basically downloaded the stream from Mixer, and the file was basically unusable. That's happened to me a couple of times in the last 2 weeks.
Thankfully, the file I dropped was usable, but whatever was going on with the servers that night, I had audio and visual glitches everywhere. But it wasn't the kind of thing that I could just re-record.
Yeah. Hey, Ohanzi, what's going on? Our TV can only use YouTube for displaying. Oh, that's weird, Night Pirate. There's no Twitch app for it? So it might be harder. Well, how are you doing Mixer streams? Or do you just play the YouTube stream and chat on Mixer? Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, now that the Coffee Fairy is here. We talked to a coffee company. Let me reiterate that. She talked to a coffee company. I didn't do anything. I just kind of sat there and nodded. There's a coffee company here. Yeah, and well, that's kind of a given, but especially when coffee is involved. There's a coffee company here in Houston called Katz's Coffee, K-A-T-Z. Katz's is a local coffee company based in Houston, Texas. Or I can't remember if they're based in Houston or Austin, but they have offices here. But anyway, they have a local. There's like a storefront that they have for all of their coffee, and they have, I don't know if it's dozens or hundreds, but they have tons of their own blends and everything. Houston, thank you very much, honey. This is not set in stone as of yet, but we are looking into the possibility of being able to do small batches of Grimco coffee.
Ooh.
Exactly. There we go. Katz's Coffee. I think that's the right one, Preach.
It is.
So yeah, we're talking to them about it. It may be possible. It might be difficult, but we're going to try and come up with a happy medium on how to do it. And they said it was possible. We just have to work out the details and the actual pricing and numbers and stuff like that. We might have to take orders ahead of time and do it a batch at a time. Or I don't know. I'm not sure. We're going to figure that out. But I'm just wanting to let you guys know on the merch front, coffee might actually be a thing. Yeah, and I have ideas on that. So we'll see. We have Now this happened, waiting for the order info. There we go. So it's been that we have that iron in the fire, so to speak, that has been started. Also on the merch front, Dark Preacher and myself have backpacks in the store. I'm still working on some other designs. I'm going to come up with a second backpack design that's more of a kind of a general Grimco thing after Mind Fair Houston this weekend. So hopefully in the coming weeks, you'll see some more of that. And there's also going to be some new merch designs. They're going to be hitting the store in accordance with the start of Coop Life. So that's going to be Coop Life 2. That's going to be fun. Tegan Zena says, ugh, I had to deal with firemen. There was fire somewhere on my floor. What did I miss? Okay, let's rewind this for a second, Tegan. The fire on your floor somewhere seems like the more important question. What happened? Yeah, Grimco Coffee soon, potentially. We're working on that. I'm guessing he lives in either an apartment complex or he is a student at university. And he's living in the dormitories. Oh, no fire, smoke. Okay, good. So it's probably a pothead. Ask Preacher about that one. He's got stories.
Oh God, the stories.
Oh God, the stories.
I will say this much: after I moved, my paranoia has gone down like 1,000%.
Well, yeah, you're not constantly being inundated with God knows what through the walls. Oh, we got an awful smoke smell now. Yeah. Oh, here's a fun story. I think this was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I've slept since then, so it kind of all blurs together once it's older than 24 hours old.
Yep.
Okay. Last couple of weeks, there have been... I live in a house in a residential neighborhood. In the last couple of weeks, the city's gas company have been coming around and redoing the gas lines going into the neighborhoods because they're old. They haven't been redone in decades. Well, they ran the gas line, the new one, but they didn't disconnect the old one yet. Tuesday, it was Monday or Tuesday, they came by and disconnected the old line and hooked up the new line to a new meter on the back of the house. Well, sure enough, you walk into the backyard a couple of hours later after those guys have already left. A couple of hours later, you walk into the backyard and it smells of natural gas really, really badly.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't light a match bad. And so we had to call the firemen. There was a point where I was live streaming, and there's a wall right here, directly on the other side of this wall, where this just under this window, is where the gas meter is. So I was sweating the entire time when they were actually swapping it out and figuring it out and everything like that. Oh, God. I was live streaming. It was pretty bad. Yeah. Stinks, says Heart of Dragons. Yeah. There's a special chemical that they put into natural gas that gives it that smell, that rotten egg smell. It doesn't smell ordinarily. You can't detect it, which is bad because you can suffocate from it or, burn your house down. Firebomb, all that nonsense. But anyway. Oh, gosh. Mercaptain, hello. 47 Mark IV. Wait a minute, I thought you were here earlier. Oh, Mercaptain, what's he said? The chemical. Yes, Mercaptain is the chemical they add to it. I got confused for a second. Happens a lot. Yeah, I never can remember the name for it, but it basically smells like rotten eggs. And they do it on purpose. Should have brought the firemen on. They stopped by the backyard before I started the live stream. They were gone by the time. They basically said, don't walk around the backyard with a lighter or a lit match. And we'll send the gas company in ASAP. That's literally the answer we got. So I just kind of had this mental impression of, a lighter. Walking around the backyard trying to find where the leak was. I have a lighter in here somewhere. Oh. I don't smoke. I just like to play with fire. I couldn't smoke if I tried. Not really. No fire in the backyard. Yeah. So, oh geez, we're already 30 minutes in. Does anybody have any questions so far on what I've talked about? Switching over to Twitch from Mixer. Partner affiliate. Coffee. My backyard almost blew up. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I had stories about people doing that, yeah. So, let's see. Next bit of news that I wanted to go over. The Grim Co. Mod Pack team have been working very hard on our next big project, which is actually going to be Coop Life 2 Chickens in Space. I'm actually very pleased about the direction the pack's in already, like the state it's in. And we've only been working on it, what, a couple of weeks? A month?
Not that long.
Couple weeks.
Yeah, probably 2.5 weeks, something like that. And we've already hammered out a big chunk. And I say we, it is not a me pack, this is a we pack. Just like Wasted was, and really just like R&D was. So yeah, fire in the backyard or fire to find a gas leak. Yeah, the thing you're supposed to do is they have these special sticks that you can break open, that you squeeze. It's like a kind of a straw, but both ends are sealed, and it's got white powder in it. I think it's flour or something. But you cut the end off, and you just kind of squeeze it, and the puffs of air make the flour go out, and you can walk around and figure out where the gas leak is, because the flour, once it gets in the air, it'll start moving, or something. But anyway. So yeah. They use it for air leaks also, for pipes, pressure pipe. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with Coop Life 2. We've been working on Coop Life 2 specifically because I got the opportunity. Let's see, Deganzana says, last time I saw you was on Sid's Twitch channel. Everyone kept being disconnected. Sid?
He was talking to Pops.
Oh, okay. Oh, hi, Pops. Yeah. I was like, what? But, yeah.
Actually, related to Pops, he had a good question, and it's also related to Coop Life 2.
Oh, what are you doing this weekend? Yes, actually, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we started working on Coop Life 2 because I have been sponsored now for several years. I think 2 or 3 years. I've been sponsored by Ackless Hosting at Ackless.net. Ackless is a wonderful hosting company. They have great hardware, great servers, great support, and they have one of the best server management screens on a website to use over all the other ones I messed with. Because there's a lot of them that are slash commands or really weird web page setups or whatever. They have lots of 1-click, 2-click. You can have a server completely set up with a mod pack, or now other games that you can actually do, like Rust and 7 Days to Die and whatnot. They do servers for, not just Minecraft. But you can set up a Minecraft server, and I think it's 4 or 5 clicks. It's really quick. But yeah, we are going to Mindfair Houston this weekend. That's going to be if you're in Houston, there's basically this organized company that does Minecraft conventions. And they are doing one here in Houston this weekend, May 19th and 20th, Saturday and Sunday. Ackless Hosting is going to have a booth. They're going to have gaming machines set up, and they're going to have a server on site. The All the Mods team is going to be there with, I think, is it All the Mods 3? I think? The next pack? Don't they have 1 and 2 already? Preacher, do you remember?
All the Mods 3 is already out. Has been out for the last year.
Oh, okay. So they probably have... They have some other... Either it's All the Mods 3 or some other big project that they're working on. Some hush-hush thing. Since they're making a special map for it. But they are going to be showing off. The All the Mods team is going to be sending 4 of their people there. 3 of which are from Britain. Or the UK. So yes, the UK folks coming to Texas at the start of summer. It's going to be fun.
Oh, Boom's going to be there?
Yeah. So, but Mindfair Houston is this weekend. I got invited by Ackless to maybe show off an upcoming pack that we might be working on. And that's kind of where we had already been kicking around the idea for Coop Life 2. That's when it got kicked into high gear. So we are showing off a rough demo of the pack this weekend to people that want to sit down and play it for, 10, 15 minutes or whatever. We'll be cycling people out, and all of that's going to be run by Ackless. I just get to sit there and talk to people. It's wonderful. And Miss Moab will actually be there too. Yeah, poor QK people, says Heart of Dragons. Yeah. Yeah, Boomplex is going to be there. Boomplex and Pot Ducky, I think is another name, but I think he's based here in the U.S. But Boomplex and a couple other people are coming from the UK. Yeah, it's going to be hilarious. I told them sunscreen. Sunscreen. Let's hope they listen to me. So yeah. But that is this weekend. After this weekend, some things are going to slow down. Because I have so much stuff going on, I started a series on YouTube for Pixark, and then I have the second episode recorded, and I want to keep recording that. I just got so busy over the course of the last week that if I'm not working, I'm de-stressing from working. So episode 2 of Pixark will go up next week, I promise, and probably episode 3 will come out shortly after that, towards the end of next week. Because a lot of people seem to like that, and I really enjoy playing that game. It is fun. The second I can actually get the company that supports it to make a Linux server version of their software, or a Linux version of their server software, restructure that sentence a little bit. The minute I can make that happen, I want to get a Pixark server set up for my patrons and for the some people in the league community so we can play with it. I think it'd be really fun. It's a really, really well designed game in terms of how smooth it runs, and I've been very, very impressed with it. So yeah. Yeah, hydrate. Apparently, the Atlas guys are coming from up north. I think they live up near you, Preacher. Or some of them do.
Dark Arcana lives like a stone's throw away from me.
Yeah, don't throw stones at him. That's mean. Well,
I'll only throw stones at him if he doesn't share his Emo's pizza.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, the Atlas people have been taken care of and fueling this community for a long time. They've been very, very good to us as an official partner of theirs. They have really been wonderful folks. So I wanted to be there for them when they had this event happening. It also means that after this weekend, we might start getting some new blood into the actual community because I get my name out there a little bit and we get some new people in. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed that it will be positive all around. So yeah, but tomorrow I'm going to start streaming on Twitch. And we are going to be dual streaming Twitch and YouTube. And we're going to make the switch over and iron some of the bumps out and see what happens. And I think it's going to be fun. Foxbot says, pew, 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 not leveling the character in Destiny 2. Totally not. He's paying attention.
I sure am.
Yes. Very, very important.
Very important.
I got mod pack questions. If you could only have 20 to 40 mods in a mod pack, what would it be? Ignore if you don't want to answer. No, I think that's a good question, Dagon. And I think a lot of the stuff that I would... Okay. My question is very dependent upon who I am as a Minecrafter. A lot of different Minecrafters play different ways. Guys like some of the folks like CPW or like Lex Manos or even like, Direwolf and Soren. They are guys that are very hardcore into the crunchy parts. They want to get into the mods, do the automation, max out all the different tech trees for all the different mods, do all the things. That I'm about 50% that. The other 50% is I want to build something big and pretty or big and interesting. So I run about half builder and about half engineer, which means that I would want a couple of quality of life tech mods, but a lot of the stuff I would want is like chisel and bits, X-tones, deco craft, stuff like that. That's going to be more than half of my mod list is just pretty stuff. I think I'm closer to the middle line than Morvy is. Morvy is much closer to the builder side than the engineer side. So yeah, whoever came up with the measurement of stone's throw really didn't like people, says Heart of Dragons. That's a good point. Yeah, see, Dagon Xana says, I am a creative builder. Yeah, and that's very much the same kind of thing. Yes, Journey Map, Quark.
Ew, Quark.
I do like Quark, because you can turn off anything in Quark. You have to give it props for that. If you don't like everything else about the mod, you have to at least admire the fact that you could put that mod in and pare it down to one block. And that's possible. And I think that's really, really good. I've always been not so good at automation. I like exploring and fighting mobs, says Heart of Dragons. See? So, stuff that adds some new weapons and armor, like Tinker's Construct, is really, really good for that. And it has come a long way in the 112 version. I think I could foresee putting it into a mod pack in the near future. Pop says Ender.io or ThermoSuite. I would have said probably as recent as 6 months ago, as recent as 2 months ago, I would have said Ender.io if it existed for 112. Now that the Ender.io version is out, it's not that I don't like the mod anymore. I just need to sit down with it and try it after it becomes stable. Right now, I would lean towards the thermal suite of mods because they have almost everything in them. Sometimes
it's pretty stable.
Yes. Sometimes I wish for certain type of hookup for storage-related things, but I don't know how. You mean in terms of like mass storage? Like storage drawers. That's another thing that we're putting in Coop Life 2 that I really deeply missed. But I'm wary. to get into it. Let me think. I'm scrolling back on chat here just a little bit. What is the easiest tech mod for beginners to get into with a potato computer? I still think that's probably going to be, if you're playing 110, I would say Ender.io or the thermal expansion mods, Thermal Suite, like Thermal Expansion, Thermal Dynamics, Thermal Foundation. I think those are really good. In 1.12.2, I would say start with the thermal mods, circle back around to Ender.io in a couple of months. And yes, I agree with Pops. Refined storage is one of the simplest tech storage mods, I think. I kind of like storage drawers, but storage drawers, I think, instills bad habits. I think it encourages hoarding. So we're trying to tune it a little bit to not encourage that so much in Coop Life.
Coop.
Yeah. Eridani, if you were going to put some like 5 or 6 key mods into a mod pack, a bare minimum mod pack, what would they be for you?
Other than JEI,
right. Oh God, yes, JEI, please.
I'm not counting back. That's
yeah. I can't remember all those recipes.
Mod you're playing.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of times you don't have a wiki to go look up the recipes anyway. You'll see on the mod description. Use JEI.
Yeah.
5 mods.
Like a handful, half dozen. If you were going to name some big important ones right now.
If this was not 112, I would have had Mechanism on that list.
Right. Mechanism under 112 it's like Ender.io. It's shaky. It's just been out longer, so it has less excuses.
Exactly.
He's writing, Dagon Xanath is taking notes. I tell you what, Actually Additions is a really good mod. Like, really good. It's got a lot of stuff in it. It's very well-rounded. It's got ways that you can transmit items remotely over distances, power remotely over distances. It's got ways to power your base in lots of creative and interesting ways. Stuff for getting more out of your ores, automated farming. It's a really good one. There's one called Powered Thingies, which has turned into a kind of a dark horse favorite of mine. It's a smaller mod, but the blocks that it has work really well. So those are 2 really good ones that I like.
2 I would definitely put into a mod pack these days.
Yeah.
It's going to be Refined Storage and RF Tools.
Yeah. RF Tools. Oh God, RF Tools has gotten to where it's in every pack because it's got so much utilitarian stuff. Mm-hmm. It's got those batteries. If you make one, it's 500,000. No, it's 250,000 RF. If you make a second one, they form a unified pool of 500,000 RF, and each one adds 250,000. And so if you put power into the pool at one battery, you can pull it out in another battery. It is one of the simplest, despite the fact that it uses stuff from underwater temples. It is one of the simplest remote power systems over a distance mod features of, I think, anything out there. It's so easy to use.
And it has one of my favorite blocks of all time, the Builder.
Yes, the Builder is super useful. I agree with that.
You can use it to build, you can use it to quarry.
Heart of Dragon says JEI Resources, or JER, it is JER, is a nice quality of life one. Good point. Dragon Racer says JEI, Journey Maps, Inventory Tweaks, Mouse Tweaks are all quality of life mods. Yeah. Pop says... I do love
Project E.
Yeah. Okay, see, here's the thing. This is kind of a giveaway. Project E is going to be in, which is basically Equivalent Exchange. It's kind of Equivalent Exchange 3.0 now.
Yeah.
But Project E is going to be in Coop Life 2, which means you'll be able to get, like, your stacks of cobble or your ingots and basically liquidate them down into EMC and then reproduce them. If you've got a whole bunch of iron ingots, but you need some gold, if you ever had gold before and you scanned it with Project E, you could turn some of your iron into gold. It really makes the game a lot more casual player friendly, and people that don't have tons of time to do mass mining or, lots of crunch, it makes it easier for those casual players, and I really like that. What?
Hard Dragon's like, yeah, how long did it take for Eridani to start using the Builder in CL2?
Yep.
About 30 seconds.
Yeah, he logged in and immediately grabbed the Builder and started building a fusion reactor?
Yeah, a fusion reactor on top of a floating platform.
I'm mildly terrified. I'm going to bring my lead underwear when we start the Coop Life 2 playthrough. So help me God. There's going to be, this circles back around to the Twitch conversation. I'm going to be live streaming more often on Twitch, which means there's going to be more live stream series showing up on YouTube on any given day. I'm going to do stuff like I would like to start doing some kind of plays, some playtime on live stream of Destiny 2. I think that is a game I just recently picked up thanks to one of the wonderful people here in the community. And exactly. And some people don't like being identified, so I have become cautious of that. I used to have.
I could care less if you call me out.
I used to have 2 people that supported my channel for years, still do, but they will just randomly step in on either Twitter, private message me. I won't hear from them for weeks. They'll step in on private message on Twitter saying, "Hey, I have a spreadsheet of game keys. Do you want them? They're all duplicates from Humble Bundle." I'm like, okay. Jeez. Yeah, and they'll just send me a spreadsheet of like, I don't know, 10, 15, sometimes it used to be like 30 games. It's weeded down slowly, but yeah. But anyway, I would like to start doing some more live streams of Destiny 2, maybe doing some live streams of Pixark if we can actually get a server going, or maybe we just do kind of like simple multiplayer where somebody hosts it. Hashtag blame Fox. That seems to come up a lot in the live streams over the last couple of weeks.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Let's just keep it at that. I don't know why it started.
Oh, the comments from last night, before I forget. Dark Preacher made some rudimentary artwork for it. I actually think it looked amazing. But he made a can called Fancy Ferg.
Oh, God.
And it was basically
special kitty.
Yeah, exactly. The comment stemmed from a live stream comment where somebody said, I think Dark Preacher says, "I do not suffer fools." And then the conversation eventually grew towards, what about handcrafted artisanal fools? So I am trying to make that artisanal fool t-shirt. That is going to happen. I just got to think about it. So, can we get a bot command for Blame Fox? We can do that.
I'll be on Twitch, yeah.
By the way, Dark Preacher, you have access to my Battissimo control panel. So does the wife. I will probably pass that out to some of the other mods so that you guys can do some of the more elaborate back-end stuff with Battissimo, because it works on Twitch also. It even works on Discord, as a matter of fact. But yeah, artisanal fools, exactly. So I'm going to try and see if I can make that happen. Any other questions anybody has? Mod packs, games, YouTube stuff, software. Ask away.
Ask away.
Ask away. Yeah.
Oh, on speaking of Twitch, actually,
once
if you ever get up to partner status, you can actually create the official League of Ordinary Gamers team on Twitch.
Yes, actually, and I would like to do that. That would be a thing that I would love to do. Twitch has this wonderful feature. Now they added it recently on Mixer, but it doesn't always work. Called auto hosting. Right now, auto hosting is someone else, or I think on Mixer it is one of your old videos. It will automatically play one of your old videos if you're not live streaming. With Twitch, you can do that, or you can auto host anybody else that's on the same live stream team that you are if they're live streaming. So if let's say Eridani's live streaming, but I'm not, you could go to my channel and it would be auto hosting and showing his chat channel, so you could still, go to my channel but enjoy content. So it's very cool. Let's see. Heart of Dragon says, yeah, I asked about homemade fools, then came artisanal fools, then came Fergie Feast. I'm fairly certain that there's already a T-Log team on Twitch. There is a League of Extraordinary Gamers.
Although there is a T-Log community on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing as a team.
Yeah, there is a community, but it's not quite the same thing as having an actual legit team. Tomorrow, why is Iron Backpacks disabled in controls? Has anyone noticed that? I have no clue.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't use Iron Backpacks much. I usually just default to the satchels. What are they called? Satchels and
there's
thermal expansion. Those things are really cool because you can do auto pickup from inventory stuff. It's really neat. I like them. Yeah, Heart of Dragon says, are you planning on streaming this week to Twitch this week, or will that be later? Dark Preacher says tomorrow. I am actually going to do at least kind of an inaugural test stream tomorrow. Now, I do want to kind of go back over the whole Twitch thing I did not make this decision idly. I sat and talked about it with the wife for a couple hours a couple of weeks ago. And we decided we were going to do it, but we were going to roll it out slowly. Then we thought, well, maybe we should actually do the town hall and explain it to the community. But I did not make this decision lightly. I don't like skipping around on live streaming platforms because I think you can lose your followers that way. People that really like watching your content, you want to make it as easy for them to find your content as possible, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's very, very important. But I also have to take into consideration quality of life on my end and my being able to provide more content and better content to you, which is why one of the big reasons why I'm switching. Yeah, it's one of those things. But I do think that we're going to do an initial live stream tomorrow, and funnily enough, it is May the 16th today.
Yep.
Tomorrow will be May the 17th. The last live stream that I did on Twitch was May 17th, 2017.
Wow.
So it will be 1 year later. Yeah. I'm going to change the artwork when I'm offline here on Mixer to something nice and polite that points people to either the YouTube channel or the Twitch channel. And so people will come, they will see that, and hopefully they will not get lost in the shuffle. I'm gonna put a note up on the website explaining things for a news post on Vaygrim.com. But it's very critical to me that, you know, people don't think I really don't like jumping platforms. I tried to stick it out as long as I could doing live streaming for YouTube, but to say that community is dying is an understatement.
I mean, there's 2 people watching over there currently.
1 year anniversary comeback, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Fox. Basically, at any given point in time, I have 2 or 3 people watching on YouTube. And those people have to watch because of bandwidth constraints. They watch it for the transcoding. Or they have to watch it there because they have some technological limitation of, like, you know, they're watching it through their television or something like that, and they only have a YouTube app. Stuff like that. I'm hoping some of those people will transfer over. If we lose them after we set the YouTube live streams to private in a couple of weeks or a month, it's going to be a thing, unfortunately. But I can only bend over backwards so far. I cannot keep doing public YouTube live streams after I become an affiliate on Twitch because it's against the rules. They might not ever check, but I don't want to risk it. Yeah, in terms of like YouTube, not just live streaming, but the channel, I keep wanting to do video series of this, video series of that, but it has become so easy and so effortless to turn on a live stream, do some things, have some fun, turn it off, and then just basically flip 2 switches on the YouTube side and repost the live stream later. And it might sound like a bit of a cop-out, but I have been fighting for 2.5 years. I have been fighting a problem with my channel because I am primarily a Minecraft creator. YouTube went through and they blacklisted a whole bunch of the bigger and medium and even smaller sized YouTube channels that are primarily advertising themselves as Minecraft creators. I get maybe 1 subscriber, maybe 2 subscribers a week. It's been that way for a year now. I lose 8 to 10 a week for no reason. Even if I'm putting out big content, I've kind of gotten discouraged about this towards the end of last year. It got so frustrating where I was putting out lots of series, lots of content, doing live streaming. All of it was showing up on the channel, and I was still losing anywhere from 4 to 6 people a day. And there was no explanation for it. I asked for help from YouTube. They just said, we don't think there's anything wrong. They didn't actually check. They just said, we don't think there's anything wrong. So I have been on the fighting end of YouTube now. I cannot call that my front job anymore. Cannot in good conscience call myself a YouTuber, primarily. It might be somewhere on the resume, but I'm an entertainer and a content creator now, and I think Twitch is the best platform for it. The problem, Tig, was that Minecraft got too popular. There was a point in time, Tig's question was, on Only Tig says, I still don't understand why YouTube basically flipped the bird to the Minecraft YouTubers. The people that uncovered this was actually the Yogscast, because the Yogscast started it. There was a point in time several years ago where if you looked at the trending page, especially the trending page for gaming, the first 3 pages were all Yogscast channels because they had 8, 10, 12, 16 different people, YouTube channels in their network that were all making content, and all of them did some form of Minecraft plus other stuff. So constantly, every day, if not every other day, the Yogscast and then a couple of other big channels like the Diamond Minecart and Sky Does Gaming or whatever his name is, they were doing so many YouTube videos on a regular basis that for Minecraft, that Minecraft basically dominated the front page. And at one point, some executive really high up in YouTube basically stated, this is a problem, it's not diverse enough, and they blacklisted Minecraft videos except for a couple of big channels. If they had 1 million subscribers or more, they wouldn't get blacklisted in some cases. But even then, there were several channels in the Yogscast network that, because they started the problem, it was Yogscast Minecraft this, Yogscast Minecraft that. Because they started the problem to begin with, they all got their channels blacklisted and their subscriber growth rates just tanked very, very quickly. And if you go watch videos on Hat Films or on like Duncan or some of the other people, like Hat Films got within, I think it was 60,000 or 160,000 of, I think they were almost at 100,000 away from hitting 1 million subscribers, and then the switch got flipped and suddenly their subscriber rates just tanked. And it's one of those things, I have no control over Yogs were my first video, my first Minecraft videos I watched. I don't even know how to install mods, didn't even know. That was from Dagon. Dragon Rush says, Yogs were my first as well, but I was on console.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
But the first Minecraft videos I watched was MoonQuest.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I was on that bandwagon a long time before Yogscast even tried.
It was Yogscast, the main channel, and they were doing the Cake Factory thing. It was like
Java Factory.
Yeah, the Java Factory. It was 147 or 152. It was way back.
Way back then.
Yeah, that's when I started watching and finding videos by Duncan doing Minecraft, modded Minecraft, and getting into IC2, Industrial Craft 2. And that's when I basically that's when I picked it up.
And my bad. It wasn't MoonQuest. MoonQuest was when I started watching them regularly back in the day. Yeah. But my first video I saw of them was Volts, actually.
Yes. Yeah. That was a messy series.
That was a hilarious but messy series.
Yeah, see, Dark Preacher says Paul Soares Jr., Man vs. Minecraft. Really good series. Really good content creator. Mallrat says, Hat Films has some awesome vlog videos and great editing. I am a guilty, like I feel guilty about watching Hat Films. I'm a Hat Films fan, but they are so filthy in their comedy and in their language that I always feel guilty watching their content because I don't feel like I should be supporting that because half of their audience is underage kids, and I don't think that sets the best impression. But they are funny, and they have really good interplay. When they start doing spontaneous like music creation stuff, it's hilarious. But Shin was first for me. Feed the World, I think. That was a good series. That was the Mega Farm that he did. So yeah, that was basically one of the reasons that started folks like myself and some other smaller channels having major subscription problems on YouTube if they were primarily a Minecraft creator. And if you call yourself just a games channel, you will get so lost in the shuffle because there are so many people that want to make a gaming channel and be successful that there's no way to make yourself stand out. So that's one of the reasons why Minecraft became so popular, and then it kind of became the problem. So yeah. I am under Vaygrim on Twitch. Dagon Zenos asks, are you in Twitch under the same name, Vaygrim's Chance? I don't. Lots of people adult language. Oh, I don't. Lots of adult language and people I call the screamers. Yeah, I don't like them either. Yeah, on Twitch, pretty much everywhere except YouTube. I'm Vaygrim. YouTube's the only place where it is Vaygrim's Chance or Vaygrim's Choice or Vaygrim's Rest. I actually have 5 channels on YouTube. It's a long story.
5? I'm apparently missing 2 of them.
Yes. Yeah, there's 2 of them that are actually hidden. Ooh, they're not public anymore. Yeah, once upon a time there was an actual project. I have a personal channel that's public. If you look hard enough, you can find it. On Twitch, DX1965. I don't have those alerts turned on visibly. I heard the noise in the software. DX1965 has followed me on Twitch. Yeah, I get about 30 to 40 Twitch subscriptions or Twitch follows every week. And I haven't live streamed on that platform in a year.
That's more than you get subscribers on YouTube. And
yep, I get 3 to 4 times as many followers on Twitch than I do on YouTube, and I don't do anything on Twitch. So just think about if I actually started putting content over there. It would be amazing. Hey Ninja. I'm not an underage kid. They're somewhat crude with their languages, though. They claim that their primary audience is 18 to 24-year-olds. But if you ever see them go to conventions, everybody that comes to see them at the conventions is under 16. Hat films. I'm not saying that they're doing something wrong. I'm not trying to poo-poo them. I'm just saying their views and my views on this do not line up. Oh, this is another thing I have a frustration with on Mixer. Every time I log into Mixer and go change the title for the stream, it has shifted my language and channel safety rating from teen back down to family friendly. Every single time. Tried to find you. Found someone else named Vaygrim. Just go to twitch.tv/Vaygrim. Dagon. That's... No, wait a minute. You followed me on Twitch. DX1965. That's me.
Let me go do a little... one Google search and I can share the chat.
Let's see. Dark Preacher says, I make my videos so my kids can watch them. Thank you. Yep, there we go. Twitch.tv/Vaygrim. I'm at twitter.com/Vaygrim. I'm on Vimeo.com/Vaygrim. There's no videos there. That was a just in case thing. I think I'm at, what is it, video.io/Vaygrim? Yeah, I'm hosting another channel. I have auto hosting turned on, and it's probably hosting Chi-Love or... Oh, yeah, We All Playcast. Yeah, they're funny. They have filthy mouths, but they're funny. They're adorable people. Yeah. So it's auto hosting, and that's going to be a thing. So, yeah. Anyway, an hour in. Okay. Maybe we will go for a little bit longer. Oh, gosh. I'm trying to think if there's anything else important that we need to cover. Preacher, do we really have any league business? Not really, right?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
I don't think we do. Everything's been... we need to have an officers
for a movie night.
I cannot organize a movie night this week. I am too scatterbrained. I was going to do some, B movies or something like that, but I don't even have the brain cells to actually find some right now. So if you want to organize one, now is the time to announce it. If you want to inflict your John Wayne goodness on people, please take this Friday to do so.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
For the record,
we're watching El Dorado.
Yeah. For the record, I don't think that John Wayne is horrible or anything. I think that John Wayne made great movies. I'm just not a John Wayne guy. There's like 2 or 3 movies of his I like. All the rest of them, So me and Preacher kind of differ on that one. El Dorado is a really good movie, though. That's one of those 3. Oh, gosh. DX1965. That I already did that one. Oh, Hanzi has followed on Twitch. Kugas is followed on Twitch. Dark Preacher is followed on Twitch. And more should be coming in.
Why am I not following you? I remember being on here before.
I know why I wasn't following you before. I changed my name on Twitch.
Oh.
That would do it.
Yeah,
means
so
you're probably going to have to remod me.
Oh, that's fine. We can take care of all that during or just before the live stream tomorrow or whatnot. Actually, I think I can get names and add them manually, but we can do that later behind the scenes. El Dorado or Rio Lobo, says Kugas. If I remember right, I think I like El Dorado. My older brother likes Rio Lobo, and we constantly disagree about that one. I think that's the way it is.
El Dorado and the Sons of Katie Elder.
Yeah. Yeah, Aradani has it right. He says, we'll be streaming more Wasted tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. So 8 p.m., normal stream time, the normal start time. I'll just be on twitch.tv/Vaygrim instead of over here. We're just going to go ahead and make the switch. If you can't find me there, you can find me on YouTube until you get all the links sorted and whatnot. But they're pretty much the same movie. They're not the same movie. There's differences. There's differences in casting, which makes all the difference. And there's actually differences in performance because of the casting. It's like, oh gosh, what's it called? The James Bond movies. My wife can probably help me with this because I always have this conundrum. One of them is Thunderball, and the other one is You Only Live Twice? Which one is it? It's Thunderball and one other one. I can't remember what it is. But it's basically the same script retooled. And it's even got Sean Connery in both of them.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. The only movie reference to El Dorado that I have, says Tig, is The Road to El Dorado, which is a very different movie. I'm guessing, yes, it is, but it's a good movie. Meridud, I haven't seen you in a while. One of my long-time YouTube subscribers. What's going on? We were just talking about I'm going to be swapping over from actively live streaming on Mixer, which is what I'm doing right now, to Twitch. I'll be going to twitch.tv/Vaygrim. Both is good. Exactly. Tig knows what movie I'm talking about. Yeah, we're talking about the same one. Curse you, microwave, and your internet zapping powers. Okay, so short story. Once upon a time, I had an old microwave that was made. It was kind of one of those 2-bit brands, discount brands of microwaves that was made by a Greek company called Zoltran. I kid you not. And it would run with the door open. Just think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could run it with the door open. It was great. So yeah. Anyway, we have any other questions, comments, or heckling? Preacher, if you're gonna do movie night this Friday night, you're gonna do what? El Dorado and what else?
The Sons of Katie Elder.
Oh, okay. That's what you're gonna. Oh, awesome. So that's the you heard it here. That is the movie night on Friday. It is going to be El Dorado and the Sons of Katie Elder, and it's Preacher's fault. Don't forget that. Oh, hey Ferg, what's going on? Coming in at the last minute. I think Ferg was streaming. Zoltran sounds like a villain of some sort. It does, or a bad Transformer. Oh gosh. Mr. Ninja 93 is followed on Twitch. Crazy Fox is followed on Twitch.
I followed and then realized I could change my name, so I changed my name as soon as I did that.
Are you TurboSec?
No, I was Crazy Fox.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I figured you're Crazy Fox. I didn't know if that was the changed name or not. Keyboard Monkey, TurboSec 0820 is followed on Twitch. All sorts of Twitch follows. It's gonna be awesome and glorious. Don't mess with the Zoltran. I kind of hate to say it. I don't really like a lot of Adam Sandler movies, but don't mess with the Zohan. I actually kind of thought was pretty funny. It's not even remotely politically correct, but at the time, it was kind of funny. So, yeah. Hey, Boiling Wheat. I missed the Twitch link. What? There it is. Night Pirate.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Cuckoo says that was a fun movie, yeah. Next week, I'm going to start going back to take some of the pressure off. I don't think a lot of people realize if we're doing movie night, 2 movies every Friday night, or even every other Friday
night. Twitch.tv and not .com?
Yes, .tv. Twitch.tv.
I got that wrong.
Yeah. Yes, you messed that simple task up. I'm teasing. I actually haven't had any coffee today, so I'm surprised I can talk. There we go. Awesome. Thank you.
I might need some donations for renting the movies tomorrow night. Or not tomorrow night, Friday night.
Oh, are they rentals?
Yeah, they're rentals on Amazon.
Now you know why I'm doing free B movies. Yeah. So when we do Friday night movie nights, what a lot of people don't know is when that's organized by, this is League of Ordinary Gamers stuff. If you're not familiar with League of Ordinary Gamers, discord.vaygrim.com, etc., etc., etc. Pirate Tech has followed me on Twitch. That sounds familiar. There we go, Discord. 2 people do it. So,
how did I beat that era, Donnie? I'm typing one-handed here.
I had my phone in my other hand.
I didn't mess up a link and delete the message. What mess up? So, anyway, yeah, the League of Ordinary Gamers every Friday night, most Friday nights, we do movie night. And I try to find a general theme or kind of a, 2 movies starring this actor, Dabney Coleman, or whoever, Bill Murray. Or we'll find, some, sci-fi monster movies or whatever. Generally try to find some linking theme instead of just 2 random movies. And it usually works out pretty good. But more than, I would say, 3/4 of those movies have to be rented from somewhere because they're not on Netflix, because they are licensed currently to either Showtime or, HBO or whoever. So a lot of them have to be rented from Amazon. And we, the officers, have been paying that out of our pockets. We have regular donations from the community to pay for that sometimes. But we've been doing this for like a year now, and I think some people have gotten sick of footing the bill. So don't forget, if you want to actually maybe pay for a movie night for the community, that's a nice thing you can do for the community. Lots of times our rentals come out to less than $10 for a Friday. Lots of times it's 8 and change. But yes, we that does come out of somebody's pocket, and we have to pay for it. Which is another reason why I need to start making more money, which is another reason I switch to Twitch. I don't know. It all ties in together anyway. Pirate Tech is me on Twitch. Oh, okay. Night Pirate found me. Awesome. So yeah. Let me think. I've got Mind Fair this weekend. Then I can actually start using my brain for other tasks again on Monday. I'm trying to think. We're going to start live streaming tomorrow on Twitch. Then it would be another wasted stream on Monday. Yeah, okay, I think it'll work. It'll be fun. Anyway. I totally saw you delete the message, says Heart of Dragons. Yeah, oh, that's another thing that's going to be nice. Be able to put my schedule across the bottom, automated schedule, across the bottom of my Twitch page, under the actual live stream section. There's a plugin for that. It's going to be nice.
There's a plugin for Pretzel, too.
Yes, there's actually a plugin for Pretzel to request music. That's cool. I can't use that. Well, actually, there's several plugins for Pretzel. I can't use the request one until I become a partner, apparently.
Gotcha.
Whatever. There is going to be a Coop Life 2 testing stream on Friday. But the time at which I need to deliver a demo map for the convention got moved up from Friday afternoon after the live stream to tomorrow afternoon. Thanks, Dark Arcana. So, tonight after the live stream, we are going to hammer out, and probably tomorrow morning, I'm going to be working. I might live stream tomorrow afternoon some. It kind of depends on when the Atlas guys decide to show up and claim the map. But at some point tomorrow, I might do a quick live stream while we're working on some of the actual demo map area so people can see it. I will post that demo map file somewhere, maybe on the website, if people want to download it and use it themselves for whatever reason. But yeah, we're going to be working on it. Good luck on that base. Thank you very much, Night Pirate. I appreciate it. So you aren't going to show any more content on YouTube? No, that is not true. I will be. I've said this several times and people keep missing it. I will be doing periodic content, like a video. Like I'm going to keep doing the Pixar stream on YouTube. I might do, if I want to do content like my mod guides videos. Those are very uniquely a YouTube kind of a format because it requires editing. And I would still do those on YouTube. Like I want to do a mod guide on Flux networks. I want to do a mod guide on powered thingies. I want to do a mod guide on simple storage networks. Lots of new mods that have come out for 1.10 plus or 1.12 that are really, really good that people don't know how to work. I want to do those, and that will still come out on YouTube. There will be some game series on YouTube, but And all of the live streams will get reposted on YouTube. Everything will still get reposted there from Twitch. So you're not going to be missing anything. Tech Guns, yes. Tech Guns I want to do a mod guide on. That's might be a multi-parter.
That reminds me, I need to do a mod guide for EFAB.
What's EFAB?
McJitty's newest mod.
Oh God, I saw you messing with the. Yeah, I saw you making comments about Twitch on Twitter about, wait a minute, how is this supposed to work again? And then like about 5 minutes later, there was I figured it out in all caps. It was hilarious. I could picture the moment. Yeah, I actually want to see that. I think that'd be a really good video for you to cover, Preach. Embers. I've never touched Embers. I actually would love to do some coverage on it. I know nothing about it. Dagon says, thanks. I'm a brain fog fool. I haven't had any coffee. I can sympathize. How not to die.
That's easy. Don't leave the starter dome.
Yeah. How not to die in Wasted. Don't leave the domes. I actually have considered doing some tip videos on Wasted, and I think that would be a good format. I might throw together kind of a starting off in Wasted video next week that I could put up, or maybe the week after. I do think it would be really good. And by the way, because we're working on Coop Life 2, I'm not abandoning the Wasted series. We're not stopping it. I'm not going to stop development of the pack itself and maintaining it. Once we got the pack out, I have this general rule. Okay. I love Direwolf 20, but so help me God. I have this general rule about mod packs. Okay. Unless there is a necessity for it, once the mod pack hits 1.0 and it gets released to the public, I'm not making any major mod additions. Now, if something stops working critically and we have to replace it with something else, like if, let's say in a random example that didn't actually happen to us, our crops mod completely flakes out and we have to swap it with another one dynamically, we will do that. Yeah, I know, right? Doesn't that sound weird? That would never happen to us.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Another 9x9 video. I can do that if you want to.
Horrible flashbacks to like JSON editing.
Yes, no kidding, right? I remember hundreds and hundreds of JSON files. But yes. Yeah, crying in a corner. Once I put a mod pack out to the public, I don't make any major changes. It's settings, updating the mods, little quality of life improvements maybe, but otherwise it stays status quo. Because if somebody's playing your mod pack and they load up their map and suddenly a whole bunch of blocks have been switched around and they're missing stuff and things don't work, they get pissed and they stop playing your mod packs ever again. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, so I don't want it to happen to you. It's really simple. So, like Thaumcraft 6 is a thing that exists, and I think it would be cool to make a kind of a small Magic mod pack and put that out for 112. But I'm not just going to shoehorn it into Wasted. A, it wouldn't fit, and B, I don't like adding big mods like that after the fact. Not a thing.
Basically, separate alpha and beta. That's against our rules anyway.
Right. So, I think at any given point in time, I think I'm going to set a hard limit of 2 mod packs. We will be developing one and maintaining one. That's the hard rule that I'm making because I'm trying not to overwork everyone. We were maintaining Grimco R&D when we started making Wasted. And Grimco R&D was a vastly experimental test pack anyway. I didn't think it would actually go anywhere. But it did. People wanted to play it. Then Wasted has turned into something very, very big. Lots of people like it. They're very excited about it. I'm getting lots of good, positive feedback about it. There's still some questions because of some of the mods we have turned out to maybe they don't update as often as I'd like. But it's neither here nor there.
Buggy, like
yeah. Yeah, so Ninja93 says that's a good way to go about pack development. So many packs get huge changes between versions that completely change gameplay. Boom. That's it right there. Direwolf 20. Yeah, Direwolf 20 is up to, what is it, 1.10.0 on his mod pack? And then...
No, 112.
Or yeah, it's like... No, not for Minecraft 112. I'm talking about like the pack version itself, I think. Is up to...
I don't know. I don't follow that.
Yeah, I think I can load up Twitch right now if it'll work.
I think it's 1.10.0, but basically he's going to get that same mod pack and then shoehorn a whole bunch of really big world-changing mods and call it 2.0. It's going to be on the same launcher. It's going to be in the same slot, and if people loading up their worlds, their pre-existing worlds with the new version of the pack come out, there's going to be problems. But That's just not how I operate. It might work fine, and it might work fine for him and the people he has working for him, but I would rather keep it simple. I would rather keep it as a predictable quality of life thing. This is one of the reasons why I have been very stressful and a bit snippy and stern, I'll admit this, about quality of life aspects of developing these mod packs now that we are doing Grimco mod packs. Grimco R&D, Grimco's Wasted. Coop Life 2 isn't going to be Coop Life 2. It's going to be Grimco's Coop Life 2. We are developing as a unified team with a unified brand name, which means now suddenly we need to start worrying more about quality of life, about how much quality and QA testing and just general checking of things we put into a mod pack. Because if we put out a whole bunch of, dare I say, half-assed ones in a row, nobody's going to touch that name anymore. So it's a branding thing. Also, Meredith, I did see you follow me on Twitch. Thank you. Modern Skyblock is the best example of how to really do a janky job updating a pack. Yeah, FTB Pyramid Reborn is on 2.1.1. Yeah. Okay, Meredith Sutton says, lots of real-world stuff going on. Seeing Coop Life 2 in development has brought me back. See, a lot of people like the Coop Life pack, and it kind of shocked me how many people got into it. I kind of thought that it was a bit of a misnomer with the name, a mistake. They thought it was Co-op Life. Right? That was my impression on why people were downloading it. But people dug it. They kind of liked the casual core, more easygoing pack. And that really made me happy that I got that feedback. Dagon says, I will be donating monthly if you have a server. Well, I mean, we have servers that run. We have 2 servers running right now, Wasted, and we have a test server for Coop Life that hasn't really been opened up yet because it's not... 1.11.0. Okay, I was close. Thank you, Foxbot. But we will have once Coop Life 2 stabilizes and we can keep a world that we're not resetting constantly to fix things, then I will have 2 servers up and going constantly, pretty much at any given point in time for my patrons and some of the higher up people that help me run the League of Ordinary Gamers, the officers, the community volunteers that we call the Grimco employees, etc., etc. Yes, Berg says, I'm somehow involved in it as the token blaming goat. 100%. He keeps his job because we like blaming things on him.
I don't know. The blame has fallen on me more recently.
It's just the fact that there's more blame to go around, so we have to start dividing it up a little bit. So you're blame goat 2.0. Anyway, for potatoes though, I mean, if you're running a server that automatically takes a whole bunch of the work off of a PC for playing Minecraft, especially modded Minecraft, if it runs well enough, then if you want to do a provisional, I'm more than willing to let you run around the server for a couple of hours to see what kind of performance you get, and then you could make the decision if you want to actually follow through with that. I'll be more than happy to do that. I think that's only fair. Casual core fits the Meridud says casual core fits the League of Ordinary Gamers aesthetic. I do believe that. Wasted was a departure, and we'll do that every once in a while. It's kind of a test pack. Not a test pack. It was a kind of a test idea.
R&D was a test pack.
Yeah, that's truly. Yeah, R&D was truly a test pack. It was a mess. In several ways. Dragon Racer says, Dagon, my PC is pathetic and I have no issues running the pack. There you go. I thought Continuum was in testing for ages. Why do they need a bunch of hot fixes immediately? Dark Percher says, because FTB. Yeah.
Because FTB, yeah.
Also, hashtag blame Pox. Okay. That seems that seems random. Night Pirate says, we'll work for rum and coconuts. Yeah, I understand that, Dagon. I tell you what, if you want to join the League Discord, if you're not on it already, go to discord.vaygrim.com in your browser. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up or whatever. It's all free. You can come hang out with us and we can figure it out there if you want to. But I'm more than willing to figure it out. So yeah. A good rule to follow, Dagon, is if you can run the pack on single-player world, then you should have no issues in multiplayer. I think the question, Dragon Racer, is he has issues running it in single-player. He's wondering if it would be better in multiplayer, and it would. It's just how big of a margin of improvement that would be. I have no shame in spamming the bots, says Foxbot. Yeah. I have no gaming friends. Come hang out with us. Come play with us, Dagon. Come play with us. Anyway, that's not creepy.
And I'm going to go cry in the corner.
You have no shame, period, Foxbot. Wow.
He said it, not me.
That's a bit harsh.
It's the truth.
Coop Live, I played on Sid's free server, and the lag was awful. I think that's dependent upon servers as well as if they added anything to the pack. We use Ackla's hosting, aclas.net/Vaygrim. If you go there, you can actually get 20% off your first month. Plug. We use Ackla's servers, and they use top-flight hardware, top-notch software. They have fine-tuned and tweaked everything to within a nanometer. I can do packs on their servers only running like 2 gigs of memory that require 4 to 6 on other hosting services. That is 100% legit. I will actually have you talk to the people at Ackla's, and they can explain it all. They're great people. So yes. Actually, no. I can add one Boxbot. That's a good point. I probably should, as a matter of fact. Yes, and Kuga says #shameless plug. So yeah, a big thing about it is servers. Another big part of it is like, what part of the world are you in, and where is that server? If you're in the Netherlands and the server is in, well, let's say Texas, you're going to have issues. It might not be severe, but they will exist. Berg says, yes, I have zero shame. Zero. There really should be an Accolades command. We can add it. I'll get some of the officers and some of my moderators on the Batissimo control panel, and you people can do what you want to. One thing I like about the server player is I can't go in creative mode, but it's also hard to... Yeah, I understand the temptation of creative mode when you're trying to stick to a strict let's play kind of a, thing. You don't want to cheat stuff in. You don't want to ruin the fun. I can understand that. That might require a space. Night Pirate. If we have quotes.
I don't think that bot's here anymore.
All that, yeah.
Is it not?
Wait,
Nightbutt? Batissimo. We can add all sorts of commands to Batissimo. I could use Nightbot or Moobot, but I kind of hate them when we go back to Twitch. There we go. See? There's the Discord. Accolades servers are pretty decent players, though not always so good. I admin a bunch for Accolades partners. People still break things no matter how good the hardware is. I sympathize, Ninja. That's why a lot of the nasties don't hang out in the League of Ordinary Gamers for very long, because they generally don't last that long. What was the phrase? Dark Preacher? I do not idly suffer fools. Yeah.
I do not suffer trolls.
Yeah, we have well-used banhammers, so that's okay.
I had to replace mine last week. I broke the handle.
Exactly. See.
Isn't that around the same time you got your wood chipper back?
Yes, Dark Preacher got his troll wood chipper back. So, does anybody else have any questions?
No.
Let's see. Personal information. If you're new, if you don't know who I am, I'm a long-time old-school gamer. I remember, playing stuff way back on the Atari 800s and the first wave of PC games that were DOS-based and stuff like that. They don't seem to like my email account. Oh, that's a different problem, Dagon. I cannot help you with that. Meredith says The Voice. Yeah, I kind of caught on to a certain extent. I got noticed, I guess, in the Minecraft community because of some of my verbal and acoustic capabilities. I think Soren is still scared of me because of that, but that's a different argument. Soren we're talking about. I can't join and subscribe to the channel for it. I do not know, Dagon. I'm sorry. Foxbot says, tarnishing already. I swear I just cleaned all the hammers. Yes. The wonderful, glamorous, glorious life of an intern.
The junior intern.
Exactly. But yeah, we have... I've been around for a long, long time. I've seen a lot of crazy, things in terms of gaming and technology and whatnot. I used to be a professional computer nerd. I'm now a reformed computer nerd. Everything I know about motherboards is from 2009. I'm useless.
Back when they had North bridges and South bridges.
Back in my day, we had to put the crank. Yes, I remember having to pick out motherboards. I think not this computer I'm running, but the one before it. I very, very carefully picked out the motherboard based upon like North Bridge and South Bridge chipsets and like the cooling on those chipsets and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Oh God. Yeah, I'm not a professional computer nerd anymore. No, I do this on the internet for a living. It's wonderful. I have created the monstrosity that is Crimco Incorporated, that is stemmed out into something so abominable that it's actually taken over another legitimate company's presence on Twitter. It's hilarious.
I feel so sad. I feel bad for them.
At some point, when I can afford lawyers, I'm going to call them very nicely and say, I'm sorry, we need to make a truce. This was an accident, but, we'll see. My knowledge goes back to the floppy drive days. What size floppy disk, though? That's the question, Night Pirate. Because it's not just 3.5 or 5.25. There's also 8-inch floppies. Those things were
those,
yeah, those things were really big and really floppy.
I remember the 5. I've seen a 5.25. Well, I also can't, but that's as far back as I can.
Oh, you can't join the voice channel, Dagon. That's locked off to special people. Sorry. Yeah.
We're all special here.
Some people are special. Some people are special.
Hey.
Fox and Ferg going in that latter category.
Yeah, see, Ferg says, I learned typing on an Apple II. I learned my typing on an Atari 800. It had a big click thing. It was beige. It was horrible. And it had this click up thing with a cartridge that went in the front of it. Great machine, but ooh. Special. Yeah. I am technically, in the broadest sense, a disabled gamer. Not really. It's not like I'm wheelchair bound. I have arthritis. I'm a mess. If you try to get me to walk around a mall, that's a lost cause. But I am colorblind. I'm completely colorblind. I have fun little filters and stuff that I wonder if I can. Let's get really weird. Hang on a second. I'm going to go into.
I don't think you can apply it to this one yet. I don't think you've ever tried, so.
Watch me.
I wouldn't know.
Wondering. I don't think I can, because I think it messes with the chroma key. Let's see if I can do this.
You can't just add a filter.
It doesn't process the filters in order, I don't think.
Ow.
Oh! It works! OBS, Streamlabs OBS handles it better than regular OBS does. In regular OBS, if you try to chroma key out, if you try to set things in black and white, there's no green for the chroma key to work against. And it freaks out. And it just turns off your green screen functionality. This one processes it in order. That's cool. Okay.
And now we all know how Vaygrim sees himself in the mirror.
Yep. Geodux has followed me on Mixer. Great timing, dude. You seem pale for some reason, says Pops. Yeah, and this is Vaygrim Vision. That is Vaygrim and Vaygrim Vision, says Meridud. Exactly. Night Pirate, I'm on disability myself. I have to wait when I got a few more dollars. Yeah, we can sympathize. Kuga says Vaygrim is completely useless when it comes to reading resistive brands. Okay. A bit of a backstory about the whole colorblindness thing. When you're growing up with colorblindness, you gain an aptitude for memorizing patterns and patterns of things. You always remember where you park exactly in the parking lot of a mall, because you might not be able to find your car otherwise if you're not great with the number plates, or you don't want to run up and down each row looking to match the number plate because there's lots of cars that happen to be the make and model and maybe color yours is. So you get to remember like exactly how many steps and whatnot. I used to count steps from the front door of my office to out to my car, so I could close my eyes, aim myself a certain direction, and just walk. And it worked every single day. I did that. You get really good at remembering where you put things, where you left things. You put things in a specific order, put them back in place in a specific order so that you can find it easily and you don't have to worry about color coding or whatever. I went to college to become an electrical engineer. I actually transferred out of the class the first month because the teacher thought I was, making stuff up or whatever, because I got somebody else to tell me where all the bins were and what the resistor codes in each bin, because he had them organized in a specific system, going from smallest to greatest. So I just had to figure out the system and then what order that was in, basically. And I could go up there with my eyes closed and pick out a specific resistor. And the teacher basically didn't like me. So I transferred over to computer science, and then I got kicked out of college for hacking. That's another story. We're not going to go into that now. It was an accident, I swear. I'm not that smart. Vaygrim Visionception, exactly. It's interesting, the background. Oh, the background is actually a different component. This is actually green screen overlaid. Let me see if I can do this. See, I can turn off the animated background. Right, like... Maybe? There we go. See, it's now, you're seeing through the window, so to speak. The animated background has gotten turned off. I can turn it back on again. Yay! I like Streamlabs OBS. It's awesome. So, anyway. Hey, Mallrat. Welcome back. Mallrat's probably home from work by now, I think. It was a grayscale hat. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I just... Wow, man. That is new epic levels of dad jokes. Good God. Hacking like the kid that got railroaded in Nova Scotia. The short version of this story was basically the teachers at my college. They had a mainframe, this big mainframe that managed over 350 terminals. 374 terminals across the entire university compound. And it was all hooked up to this massive mainframe system, and the teachers did like their grades and all the stupid stuff that you see in the movies. Everything was stored in the mainframe. They had a bank of terminals in the library, and they had a bank of terminals in the computer labs. But the problem is the computer labs had these big things called drum printers, where they line up the entire line of lettering, and then bang! And then they shift the entire drum of letters around to the next line, and bang! So it sounded like the deck gun of a battleship from World War II. Deafening. So you couldn't work in there, so everybody went up to the library. There was one terminal in the corner that was basically hard-coded, where anybody that logged into it got admin privileges. And it was supposed to be only for teachers, but they didn't label it. I sat down there by accident and started throwing commands at the network. And I cleared the entire 374 terminal network of every single person using it in 2.5 minutes flat because of one command. And that ended my college career at that university. So there. Yeah, anyway. I'm going to turn off this really weird filter. And I do that. And suddenly I'm back to normal, air quotes. You probably covered this, but what's the general timeline on release of Coop Life 2? Okay, Meridot, I would actually say a week ago, I would have said a month to a month and a half. Now, I think we could do it sooner because it's not ready to ship by a long shot, but it is far closer than I thought it would be because we have... What are you going to say, Fox?
If everything keeps going as it's going now, and we could work around what we aren't getting responses for, we could probably put the pack out next week.
Yes, okay, and I was going to say, I could see a version of this pack, a 1.0 semi-ready version of this pack, done by releasable by next weekend. Not this coming, not the 19th and the 20th, the week after that, basically. I could see that being a thing. Now, I will remind you, Mr. Fox, this commitment that you've just gotten us into, you still have to do all the quests.
Yes.
So, don't forget
There
that.
is an entire quest line. There's an entire quest line from Coop Life 1 I don't know anything about.
Which is what?
The chickens mod.
Oh, I've got videos on. No, I'm kidding. I can actually explain that to you. It's pretty easy.
Videos.
Yeah. I can explain that to you. It's pretty easy. But yes, we might be able to get as ready as we can get it within the time frame. We could probably have a 1.0 or maybe a, what are they called? RC1, a release candidate. We could probably have a release candidate by next week to kind of, hey, this is basically as final form as we're going to get. We're still fine-tuning a couple of things. And a lot of the stuff we're missing now, like we've got Origin done. We've got the mod list is finalized. All of the configs for those mods are finalized. I'd say well over 85%. We have little quality of life things like custom scripts to adjust some recipes and knit some mods together a little bit more. We need to declare EMC values for a whole bunch of stuff for Project E. It's little niggling things that just improve the quality of life of the overall pack. And that's one of the things that we have become known for. A lot of people that play our packs do actually compliment us about the fact that we go to the bother of doing those little, kind of knitting up those little holes. So, it's important. But I could see as early as end of next week having an actual release version of Coop Life 2. Fingers crossed. So let's say a month, and then you happily surprise us with early beta. No, I actually do think it could be closer than that. I think it could be a week or 2 tops. 2 weeks tops. Half a month. I got off Destiny 2 45 minutes ago. Still there. Yeah, poor Foxbot has some problems with insomnia, so we can't bag him too much for not paying attention to multiple things at once.
I can't focus on more than one thing.
I'm a pro at multitasking, but it does require a certain amount of either sleep or caffeine fueling my brain. So, solved the Cyberwar demon issue? No, I thought I did, but it turns out I didn't. What I'm just going to have to do is turn them off tomorrow. There's going to be another 1.09 patch, and it's going to be super, basically the only change I'm going to make is changing something from a 10 to a 0. And that's going to turn them off. That's it. Because the mod does
it's
not...
all or nothing.
Yeah. The mod, it seems to be ignoring the changes that I'm making in the config, and it's kind of an all or nothing setting now. So I'm going to turn them off because they're a cheeseball mod, and I don't like them. Mob. So tomorrow there's going to be a 1.0.9 update for Wasted, and that's going to be the only change in it. So it will literally take me 5 minutes, and then I upload it to Curse. So watch for that.
I mean, I could do the update now if we wanted to.
Actually, you wanna? Unless you're doing other things. I can do it later after the stream. It's gonna be easy. I'm great at multitasking. One thing at a time is all I can task. Technically speaking, humans can't multitask. I would like to state this scientifically. It is a rare genetic disorder. Certain kinds of people with certain kind of brains. It's like a 1 in 100,000 can actually multitask. What you're actually doing is rapid fire single tasking. You do a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, circle back around to the first task. Humans, standardly, their brains aren't wired to actually work on multiple tasks at once, despite
We're wired in serial, not parallel.
Yes, actually, that's a great way to put it. So, yeah. There are periodically some people that are actually have their brains born with their brains wired up in parallel. And they can do 2 different things at once or 3 different things at once, and they're actually paying attention to them. But most people are rapid fire single tasking. So, yeah. Dark Preacher, I could do a full release of my my latest pack right now, but I'm doing 1 release a week of the betas for now, so my patrons can have time to test the new versions. Yes, testing's a good thing. Also, Dark
Fix,
Preacher,
you could probably push out an update today.
Yeah.
I could push out the full release right now if I wanted to.
Yeah, he's been doing some really good mod pack designs. He's got some really interesting stuff up his sleeve. After Mindfair, and after I clear up a couple of other little projects I've got on the side, I actually want to sit down with somebody else's mod pack and do a series on it, and I'll probably grab one of Preacher's or one of Saffron's or one of both. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, Saf has Thaumic Engineering, and I've got Steam Engineering 2.
See, I'm curious about your Steam Engineering 2 pack. That intrigues me.
Basically, it's my Steam Engineering 1 pack brought into 112.
Yeah.
And instead of what was it called? There was a Steam mod that Skysom and Warlord were working on because they took it over from Flaxbeard, who basically gave up on it.
Oh, that was
They're calling it Steam Age Revolution now, but it's not ready.
Yes, I was talking to Skysom about that. I think it was about a month ago now. On the Discord. Again, everything happens on the Discord. I was talking to Skysom about it about a month or so back, and it sounds like it could be really interesting. So yeah. Morat says, Magnetic Craft has giant shipping containers. Okay.
Steam Engineering 2 does have Magnetic Craft in it.
Morat says, reducing their weight doesn't decrease the tech gun spawn rate. Yes, that's a problem we're having. I think the problem is the weight for Demon doesn't really matter since there's no other things that could spawn in their pool. Well, I don't know. So, I mean, that's the thing, is that it's supposed to be, this is in the same spawning pool as Super Mutants, which we still have never seen anywhere, and as all the other Nether stuff. Pigmen, etc., etc. I'm thinking that he's running it a separate spawning pool, that he's not referencing the vanilla ones. I think he's running his own. And so since what Malrat's saying is, we're basically reducing, if it's the only thing in the pool, we're reducing the weight, because weight would just throw off, basically, oh, I'm going to do this mob less and this mob over here more. There is no other mob. It's only cyber demons in the pool. So reducing the weight does nothing. So we're just going to have to set it to 0 and solve that problem.
It is set to 0 now.
Thank you. See, this is why I like having friends. Friends are nice. Friends mean I don't drive myself nuts making these mod packs. There have been a lot of packs that I have done recently. All of the last 3 or 4 packs would not have been possible without people in the community. For example, we're doing Coop Life 2 right now. Coop Life 1, one of the primary driving ideas was playing through as a farm animal or something like that. Some animal from the wild, a bat, a wolf, a chicken, or whatever. We had a custom mod that was made for the pack called Chicken Shades by TTFT Cuts in the community. He made a custom mod to add more personality, add more pizzazz, and it really lent a lot of stuff to it. Malrat made a mod that was a 1-block simple bedding, a 1-block bed that was right-click usable to sleep in. You could set your home there, the whole 9 yards. We have a lot of stuff like that. I think it was Dirt to Path came about because I was complaining about crap in Coop Life, and he made that mod. We had some custom mods made and a lot of custom adjustments made to existing mods like RF Tools with Grimco R&D. We further pushed that with Grimco's Wasted. There's a lot of settings in Grimco's Wasted with RF Tools and Lost Cities and Need to Breathe and stuff like that. There's a lot of mods that either wouldn't have been finished or they have new settings that we asked for because we pushed those mod authors with the ideas that we presented them. Hey, we'd love to do this. What if? And like McJitty so many times came back to us and said, sure. And 24 hours later, something would get added to his mod that was totally crazy. Oh, God. Berg said, I do it. I do it for you now, Vaygrim. I'm scared to say. I'm scared to look. Yeah, I'm scared to look back and see what he's referencing. Patreon requires another password, or does it use Facebook login? Anyone know? I don't log in. I use a separate account for Patreon. I do not reference Facebook because I don't Facebook. I don't have one. Shocking. I know. I don't have a Facebook account anymore. I erased it.
I have one, but I'm going to use it. I'm probably just going to go erase it pretty soon.
My Facebook is for my family and stuff.
Exactly.
I hate my family.
Oh.
I always forget the second. Oh, what? Yes. So anyway, we have pushed the boundaries of a lot of things. I think it kind of started where we started dreaming, but we overreached a little too far with Vaygrim's Chance 4. And there will be a Vaygrim's Chance 5. There is going to be another Vaygrim's Chance series. I'm going to make it multiplayer. And there are people...
The lost chapters.
Yeah, I think probably what I'm just going to have to do is sit down the audience and say, look, the storyline thing we tried, it was really too hard and it didn't quite work out. We're going to simplify it a little bit and just do kind of an overarching theme. It'll still be Grimco stuff. We could still be silly with it, but I'm just not going to try and do the scripted episodic, whatever. But there is going to be a VC5. Vaygrim's Chance, the series is not dead. It's just been on hiatus while I have been learning new tricks and new ways to make mod packs. We will be doing a VC5, and it's probably going to be the next pack I'll do after Coop Life 2, because I have a yearning again. I think it would be really cool to be able to do a legit Let's Play series server again, like we did with VC4 and 3 and etc., etc., etc. I think that could be very cool. Actually, it was VC2. Vaygrim's Chance Season 2 was the first series where I started working with Aklas, and I started using a server instead of doing it single player. That was the first time. Just so everybody has a benchmark. Meridud Sethan says, looking forward to VC5 as well. Thank you. Oh, yes, ATG. We got cuts to actually round out and port ATG for 110 when we did Coop Life. Thank you, Dragon Racer. Thank you very much. That's a good point. And we have a lot of stuff now in like Wasted that are mods that are done by, I think half the mod pack list is either McJitty or Mallrat. I do believe that. I keep telling Mallrat he's a really great mod developer, and he keeps shaking his head and going into a corner and staring at a potted plant. So, I think
take the comment.
Yeah, yes, take the compliment, you weirdo. So yeah, we are going places and we are doing things, and I think it's going to be really, really good overall for the community, not just for me, but for other people. I am trying to find a series that I can do with Dark Preacher.
Oh?
Yeah, because we've never done just a duo thing before. It has always been tons of people. You know? And I think that there could be some really fun interplay, some really cool stuff there. By the way, I haven't flown this idea past you or talked to you about it at all, but I do think it would be neat. So that's been going around in the back of my mind, stuff like that. Fake it till you break it and then go cry in a corner, says Mallrat. FTB Pyramid, says Kugas. No, I'm not playing FTB Pyramid. It's broken. It's a mess. And they will keep breaking it. Night Pirate says time for some more Starclux soda. I might be able to get some Starclux beer, but I don't know anybody that could do. I don't know any companies that would do soda. And yeah, it's technically one word.
Podcast, maybe?
Yeah, no, the podcast thing is definitely going to happen, but the podcast got put on hold while you moved.
Oh, I'm done moving now.
Yeah, exactly. So after next week, that is actually one project that we will be doing together. We're going to be starting off a podcast. It is going to be a Grimco podcast entitled The Break Room. And we've got some ideas. Yes, and some stuff. More Bottom Shelf mod. Bottom Shelf, that's a really good that's a good point on. We needed alcohol in the pack, and Mallrat was like, okay, I'll see what I can do. And he came up with Bottom Shelf, and I actually like it. I was using some of the, what was it called, Roadkill? That stuff's nasty. But it works, so. Yeah. Vaygrim Preacher Series, sounds fun, says Art. Add rum to Bottom Shelf. It's not just like, Bottom Shelf is drinks. It's not just the core alcohol, I don't think. Isn't it all? It's all mixed drinks, yeah.
Yeah, it's all mixed.
Yeah. It works, though. It's great. It's like, it's like a potion system mod, but for alcoholics. So yeah.
What is it? The Pangalactic
Gargle Blaster. Yeah, it's a Hitchhiker's Guide reference. Imagine a thinly sliced lemon peel.
Wrapped around.
What is it? A large gold brick? Yeah.
Yeah, large gold brick.
Mm-hmm, yeah, it's a really weird mental image.
Like it's similar to having your brain smashed out with a slice of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick.
Yeah. Mallrat says it's primarily a potion-like system. Yeah, and that was the original intent. Are you still going to add the Barbot, Mallrat, the block for mixing, so we can do more elaborate stuff? Or is that on hold? Or have I said too much?
Too much.
Kill him now.
He needs to update it, that's for sure. I don't know if he even remembered. He wants to.
Yeah, he wants to, yeah. He's been busy. Mallrat has a real job. So many of these people in here have real jobs that they do that do not involve being on the internet and dealing with me constantly. So I try not to push the point.
That's my job.
Yeah, I'm extremely grateful of any time I get from any of these wonderful people. Mod advice and mod pack tuning advice from SkySom and Snowshock. The only reason I know how custom main menu works is because of Snowshock 35. That's it. Super nice person. I have no clue where on the planet they live. I think they're in the UK. But yeah, but they're super nice. I really like Snowshock. McJitty, there's so many times where I've gone to him with a really crazy or stupid idea where he could have just said no. But he's like, well, I'll think about it. And he kind of thought it was maybe a good idea or maybe a bit much. And he got me to dial back the ambition a tad bit. But there's a lot of wasted that would not exist. Like, for example, most people don't realize this. You can make aqua domes in Lost Cities now. When you're doing the biodome World Gen and you've got the big bubble things, you can put the cities outside the domes or inside the domes. You can mix up what biomes are outside and inside, stuff like that. Standard stuff that we got working in Wasted. You can also make the domes inside completely full of water if you want to. So they're basically aquaculture domes. And I think that's super fascinating. I would love to do that. Have a map that is mostly like desert and not super harsh terrain, but just not very well watered terrain. And a lot of the ocean, or all of the ocean, have basically been kind of, those habitats have been protected and locked up in these protected domes. And you are somebody coming from a foreign land or another planet or whatever and traveling that. It's all these little mental kind of pictures and images and bits of story that I get that I could see being like a movie that somebody's done somewhere. And I want to make a mod pack out of it. That's basically how my brain works nowadays. Poke Blom for help. Yes, Atomic Blom. That's another person. Atomic Blom made a mod that we used in VC4 that let us glitch out the graphics on a player. So they'd start looking like they were glitching out and blinking and their texture was getting corrupted and it was glorious and awesome. There's a couple of other mods that Atomic Blom has made for us. Weird and Gadget, a big chunk of the chunk loader. It's a chunk loader mod. And a big section of the actual config for that and options for it now and upcoming are because of input that came from people in the league, mod pack makers or otherwise. So lots of cool stuff like that. Tig says, okay, and this sounds like a kind of a new variant on Teddy here's, what was it, Davy Jones Locker mod pack? You remember that one, Preacher?
Yep.
Yeah, Tig says, I think it would be interesting to do the opposite. The world is filled with water, and there's domes the air-filled domes are underwater with biomes in them. That could be really cool. Because if you have the monorails connecting it, but the whole rest of the outside biome is ocean, I could do that. Especially in 1.13, I could see that being awesome, because 1.13 is getting a ton of underwater content. Underwater biomes, more plants, more stuff growing, fish, etc., etc. I think that could be really awesome in 1.13. Hey, Grimtides, what's going on? You missed a whole bunch. You're going to have somebody catch you up.
Things happen.
Yeah, things happen.
Oh my, look at the time.
So yeah, yes, it is 3 minutes to the 2-hour notch on the clock. So I think what we're going to do is kind of wrap things up here. I do appreciate everybody coming by. Grimtides, you came in at the very end. Normal World Gen with sea level set to 200. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do max. You want to leave a little gap. So if people wanted to do like boats or little platforms floating on the surface of the water, they could do that. Tig wants Atlantis the mod. Can anyone see the wheels turning? Yeah, I think Unholy Tig has an idea there. I think that's a really cool one. Yeah, I could see that.
Tropicraft.
Yeah, Tropicraft actually is great and it works great, except for one feature that it has that they don't even use. I'm not going to go over it. It turned out to be this dumb little thing that we had spent 2 or 3 days tracking down. Fox, what was it?
It was 2 days we spent tracking it down.
Yeah, what's causing this bug? Yeah.
They have a fix for it, but the head for the GitHub won't accept the assistance pull request. to fix it?
Yeah, we need to go have a nice, polite chat with them or something. Okay, we are going to call it here. For those that just came in and are missing out on the major news, we were holding a community town hall this evening to catch everybody else about what's going on in my life and lots of other people's lives. But mostly, it was to talk about the fact that I am switching from Mixer to Twitch starting tomorrow because I think it is going to be better for the community and I think it's going to be better for me. So you can find me at twitch.tv/Vaygrim. I'm going to update the wallpaper here when I'm offline. It shows a piece of artwork on Mixer. I'm going to update it to send everybody over there and let them know, hey, all new content is going to be coming from there. All live streams will still get archived on YouTube. So if you missed it live, you can still watch it on YouTube or come watch it on a VOD on Twitch because their VOD system works better. Nether domes could be cool. Actually, Pobs, I tried to get Lost Cities to generate in the Nether, but I couldn't get it to work right. I still need to sit down and talk with McJitty about that. Because I wanted Hellscape Cities, but it said no. So anyway, we're going to sign off there. I have a bevy of people in voice with me. Does anybody want to say anything? Any parting words, questions, queries, comments?
Things.
Funny anecdotes? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no.
Nope.
Yes. The words of wisdom that I always give out so often on so many ends of the live stream. Some of the best advice that my father ever gave me. Never pet a burning dog. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.